Hi guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric, and I'm here today to do that bariatric tag video that's been going around. I was tagged by the lovely Jamie, smaller in NCR, I'll link her above and below. And yeah, I've been wanting to do this, and I was probably going to do it anyways, but then I was tagged, so now I can officially do it. I look like this. It's Sunday. I don't even know what my hair is doing. This is just, I just finished with yoga, and I didn't work up enough of a sweat to feel like showering again. So this is like post-workout in a thing hair. No makeup on. My eyebrows are just doing what they want. But I'm not doing anything today, so I'm not putting on makeup. So y'all are getting me fresh. Anyways, I'm also very tired. I'm like, yeah, I've just been super tired lately, and I don't know if it's like the change in seasons or all the working out that I've been doing, or like if I'm vitamin deficient, I don't know. But anyways, to get started, I'll put the questions below as well, but the first one was, when was your surgery? So my surgery was January 2nd, 2018, so about 8.5 months ago now. What is your favorite physical asset regardless of weight? Classics are eyes, hair. Everyone says those. I also was realizing today during yoga that I actually really like my feet, and I always have. My right foot is a little bit puffy, and it has been for a few years now, because this long story. So I don't love that it's a little bit like, it's a little fatter, but I think I have nice feet. I like my toes. They're very cute. So yeah, even when I was fat, I liked my fat feet. What clothing size did you start at? So, I would say I was wearing consistently like a size 24, 26 jeans, depending on what you consider my starting weight, because my high weight was 354, my starting weight day of surgery was 319, and I would say that generally speaking for like the past 6 years, I generally maintained around 330. So that was like a 24-ish, 26 when I was hitting up on my high weight. I actually cleaned out my closet the other day with my sister, and we found a pair of 26s and a pair of 24s, both from Lane Bryant, and the 26s were smaller than the 24s, so that's always fun. Love sizing. Top-wise, I was in like the, like a size 3X, sometimes a 4X, depending on the cut, but generally speaking like a 3X, or like the 22, 24, or the 26, 28 in tops again, depending. Favorite food before and after. I have not had any kind of food changes post-op. That was poorly said, but basically my tastes have not changed since surgery. So everything I liked before surgery, I still like. There are several things I don't eat anymore or try not to eat. But I would say like my favorite meal of all time, the one that I always had made for me on my birthdays, was, ribs, like baby back barbecue, you know, honey barbecue, like that sweet barbecue sauce ribs. And I would say I still would eat the shit out of those. So, I guess ribs. I mean, I don't eat those very often, because cooking them is a pain, and I'm not about that. And, you know, barbecue sauce, you gotta find that sugar-free stuff, and it's just not as good. Biggest NSV. I've had so many that are awesome. Classic of being able to not need a seatbelt extender and having slack on an airplane seat. Being no longer diabetic is a huge one. The biggest one for sure, I would say, is officially getting that no longer diabetic thing. Being able to put a towel around my waist, you know, like all of those sort of classic ones. But yeah, the diabetes thing is obviously like one of the main reasons I have got the surgery in the first place. What week video of yours is your favorite? This question is so hard. I have been making videos for 8.5 months weekly. They're all different, you know, like I don't know that there's like a weekly video that is my favorite. You know, like, and they're around milestones. Like, again, the one where I'm officially no longer diabetic was a pretty memorable week. Last week I hit 100 pounds down since surgery. That was pretty memorable. And then in terms of not like a weekly video, but just a general video, my video on my goals is one that I reference a lot, my milestones that I want to hit. So that's probably one of my favorites, as well as my thoughts from the before picture, which was just me kind of talking about, it was pretty soon after surgery when I was still kind of at a heavier weight, and just wanting to remember that being that size was not miserable for me, and to, I guess, honor the person that I was in the before picture. So yeah, those are some favorites. What was my high weight and my lowest weight? So my high weight was 354 pounds. That was the highest weight ever recorded in May of 2017. My low weight is the weight I am right now. Last week I just hit 100 pounds down pretty recently. The weight I am now is the lowest weight I can ever remember being. I don't really have any strong recollections of my weight in high school. A lot of people like have, or elementary school, have these like memories and moments. I don't have any of those. I honestly think I blocked a lot of it out just due to some of the not great stuff related to my weight and my childhood and how my parents handled that. We used to have to weigh weekly. I'm not going to get into it, but, so I know that we were weighing, but I have like traumatically blocked out all of those weights. I know I was at 261 when I was 16 and got my driver's license. So I'm lower than that now. So yeah, I've always been big. So, I'm not someone who like gained weight after, in adulthood. I've been big since birth. Last time you were at a healthy weight, so never. I mean, I guess when I was born, I was healthy. I think when I was 4, like I've seen photos of me at 4 years old where I'm like, that looks like a fine 4-year-old. But yeah, I remember feeling a little bit bigger than other kids in elementary school and like kindergarten, and then that just like continued on forever. What is my goal weight? So funny you should mention that. I have a goals video that you can see for all of my various goals and milestones. The goal I told my surgeon that I would like to get to is 200 pounds. The goal for my ultimate goal would be 164, which is the top range of a normal BMI for my height, which is 5'8". But I am not wed to that number because, I've just never been the size. I don't know how that will look and feel on my body, and I am trying to maintain as much muscle mass as possible as I am losing. I would like to have a more toned and not crazy muscular, but muscular-ish physique. So based on what I know of the BMI chart, I think 164 is not going to be realistic for the kind of body that I would like to have. But we will reevaluate as we get closer. I'm thinking ultimately I'll probably want to be in the 170 to 180 range. Relationships. How have my relationships been affected before and after surgery, both romantic and platonic relationships? I have no romantic relationships. Those have stayed the same. They are still non-existent. As far as friendships, my friendships have been unaffected so far. I have a handful of very close friends and a couple of acquaintances, but I don't really interact much with them. Like Shrinking Violet DS said, it's all about the quality over quantity. So I have been blessed with really good friends, the majority of which I've had since high school and who have known me for a very long time and known me overweight my entire life. They have all been super supportive and lovely and encouraging. So I haven't had anything negative about that at all. Things with my sister are mostly good, I would say. That's the relationship that was most at risk, and because she is also, none of my friends have struggled with weight the way that I have. My sister has, and so she is, bigger than me now, and I've always been bigger than her. It is an adjustment. It's not perfect. There's definitely some tension there sometimes, partially just because I can tell that just the fact that I'm losing weight makes her feel self-conscious, and she will prescribe motives behind things that I do and say that are not there, that she is projecting. So we both are aware that it's happening. We both keep an open dialogue. It's mostly fine. But it is that is something that's the one relationship I would say is a little bit, my relationships with my parents have been mostly fine as well. They're both very supportive and positive. We'll see how that continues to go as I lose more weight. I very much think that my mom will start making those you're losing too much weight comments. I can 100% see her doing that. She's never been bigger than me either. So I think that's going to be, I don't know how she'll take that, honestly. And, yeah, no, I could do a whole video on all this stuff. I was trying to do this quick, but it's already at 10 minutes. I'm not even halfway through the questions. Favorite exercise? I prefer strength training over cardio. Hate cardio. I hate running. I'm trying to become a runner, but I don't like it. I really relate to a lot of what Foodie Turn Sleevey talks about, but it's just boring. It's not like, I mean, and physically I need a better bra. It's just painful for my boobs. But I get bored. Even listening to podcasts or audiobooks, I mostly watch YouTube videos and Instagram stories, and that's like marginally better. I get bored. Yeah, I enjoy strength training. I started doing body pump classes on Saturdays and yoga on Sundays, and that has been nice. The body pump kicks my ass, and I really like that it pushes me. I feel like I do run into the issue when I'm working out on my own on weights is that I just don't push myself hard enough, and I don't know how to overcome that. You know, I think I just don't like being uncomfortable or in pain, and so I think I give up a little bit too easy, but that's neither here nor there. Do I ever regret my decision to have surgery? No, not once. I have not regretted it. There have been moments where I am nostalgic for my old stomach. I've mentioned this before. There are times where I wish I could momentarily get my old stomach back so I could just eat a bunch of food. But that is in no way a regret. I'm still very glad that I don't have my old stomach. I would not actually have my old stomach back. But there are definitely moments, I'm not going to lie and pretend there aren't moments where, sometimes it's annoying and I wish I could drink and eat at the same time. But I'm very pleased I got the surgery. I would do it again in a heartbeat, even with all the compromises and trade-offs I've had to make since then. What surgery did you have? I feel like this question should be like the second one and not number 13. But I had the VSG or vertical sleeve gastrectomy where they cut out 80% of your stomach. Are you a dumper? So technically speaking, VSGers do not dump just based on our anatomy. However, many VSGers do report dump-like symptoms when they have foods that are high in sugar or fat or other things. I have not experienced that at all. Would you say food is your addiction? I would. I would say that I do have a food addiction that I will always have to deal with. Yay! Has anybody not recognized you? No. No one has not recognized me yet. I mostly interact with people I see pretty frequently. I haven't really run into anyone I haven't seen in a very long time, with the exceptions of a couple of friends, but I don't look so crazy that they wouldn't recognize me, I don't think. And noted by the fact that they all did. So yes, no, I have not experienced the, oh my god, I don't recognize you thing. But theoretically, I'm supposed to have a high school reunion next summer, and I'm very curious if that ends up happening, because there's been no movement on it. But that would be a bunch of people I haven't seen in 10 years, so... And I was, big. Are you a happier person? No, I'm not a happier person. I'm still bitter. No, I mean, my life is easier. There are ways in which my confidence, I think, is higher and comes across more. But in terms of actual happiness, no. I would say in some ways, my anxiety has been worse the past 6 months than it ever has in my life. I think a lot of that is to do with my weight loss, the change in my body, the change that's wreaking in my mental state. I've also got some instability in my real non-weight loss related life. But with the hormones and stuff, I do think that has been a contributing factor. But no, I'm not happier. I was not unhappy before. people you watch every week. Okay, so this is a hard one. I made this little list right here. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to do like the first 15 people that I've watched in the past week. And this is in no way everyone I watch. I watch a lot of people. I get a lot of support from this community. I try to give that back by watching people's videos and encouraging. So people that I've watched within the past week, and this is not even all of them, it's just the first 15. And this is only the weight loss related people as well. But on my way down, VSG, she is lovely and amazing, and really inspirational. Just the reasons why she got the surgery really inspire. Little Kansas Kitty, she's super sweet. She got the RNY. She's just really positive and upbeat. She had a little bit more recently, and I just really like her attitude. Shrinking Violet DS, she is awesome. She had the DS. I actually met her in person a few weeks ago, which was super cool. And I love her What Night Eat in the Day videos. She has like a very like fancy refined palette, and I love it. We have Jamie Smaller and NC RNY, who tagged me in this video, and she had the RNY, and she's really great, really straightforward. I like her a lot. Smilin' Shrinkin', I've been watching her for a long time. She had the DS, and she's also had full body plastics, which she documented really thoroughly, so I highly recommend watching that if you guys are looking into plastics at any point. Sleeve Girl 2018, she had the sleeve. She has been having a lot of issues with acid, and I think just that's a good thing for people to be aware of as an issue with the sleeve, and so I really appreciate her honesty in talking about those difficulties post-op. We have Amber's VSG Journey. She doesn't post as regularly, but she posts a decent amount, and she got the VSG, I believe, in Mexico, I think with her twin. I'm like, yes. I'm like, I recognize these people based on like their little, like profile photos, and I'm like, these names, I'm like, you're just, yeah, Amber. Anyways. Then Shauna Louise VSG, who also got the VSG in Mexico. Watch Kitty Shrink. Everyone knows Watch Kitty Shrink. She is awesome. She does keto and is in maintenance for a while. Foodie Turns Sleevey also does keto, also in maintenance, also amazing. She just did a triathlon today. I'm filming this on a Sunday. And she's been documenting that whole journey, which is awesome. Survive Sleeve Slay, another ketoer who had VSG. She had it a few months after me. She's really funny and awesome and dry, and I love her humor. Time to Shrink, she is pre-op, also keto, really a lot of videos. You can tell she's really working hard and dedicated, and was just denied in her insurance, which is such a bummer, but she's researching Mexico. A ton of people have had surgery in Mexico, so she's in good company. Clusie, another veteran of WLS that everyone should be watching, who's awesome, and she just does a lot of vlogs and then mixes in weight loss stuff as well. Mystery Guest 1948, Ruthie, who had the DS, she is amazing. And then Less of Me VSG, who had the VSG, and both of those two had them like a month before me, and so I kind of see us as a very similar time frame. So I love hearing where they're at in the journey, because I just relate to a lot of what they're saying, just time wise. So again, that's just 15 people that I watch weekly. There are a bunch of others. If I've missed you, it's just because I haven't watched a video of yours in the last week, or you were like the 16th video I watched last week. Sorry. But I'll link some of those people below. There's so many awesome, amazing, clever people to watch in this community. Non-scale goals. I don't know. I have a lot of things I'd like to do. Okay. I want to do a 5K by the end of the year. I'd like to do a 10K in the first 3 months of next year. I would like to do a half marathon by the end of next year. My reward for hitting my goal is going to be going to Machu Picchu. I'm doing that next year regardless if I hit my goal. I think I will though. So I need to be able to hike that mountain. A bunch of my family is planning at some point in the next like 2 years to climb Mount Rainier. I kind of would love to do that. I don't know if it's realistic, not just fitness-wise, but because I'm terrified of heights. And I don't want to be like that person who gets a panic attack on the side of the mountain, and then all of her family has to like baby her. And that could happen. So, but that's something I'm thinking I might try to climb a mountain or something, a baby mountain, to get a feel for it. So yeah, those are some things, mostly fitness related things I'd like to do. Yeah. And then the final question, are you addicted to the scale? No, I am not. I am a daily wearer. I don't feel that I'm addicted to the scale though, and it is something that I try to keep my finger on the pulse of. I like the feedback. I like the data. I like knowing where my weight is at. It doesn't dictate my mood. I don't feel upset if I have fluctuated up. I am in fact fluctuating up right now. I'm on my period. It doesn't bother me. When I'm on vacation and don't have access to a scale, I don't feel anxious or upset about it. But I feel more anxious if I don't know what my weight is doing. I just like to know. So I don't feel like I'm addicted to the scale. And yeah, I think those are all the questions. So long video. Sorry guys. I'm going to go ahead and tag. I'm going to tag Watch Kitty Shrink, Amber's VSG Adventure, and Hasta Cielo Y Mas. Don't feel like you have to do it if you don't want to. I just wanted to tag for people that I don't think have been tagged yet. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love these videos. They're so much fun to do. They're super fun to watch. I'm so nosy and I like to know all these things about you guys. So keep doing them. Have a great day, you guys.